Alright, so I'm 24 years old already. It's pretty rough to be 24 years old in esports, but I'm just hanging on. And I play AD carry. I've always played AD carry. Well, I was looking for a team to play competitive. I was playing top lane and jungle, and basically all those roles were taken, and everyone was looking for AD carry. I started playing it. I started playing really well on AD carry, and I got into a team almost immediately, so it was pretty good. You know, I'd like this completely different culture again. There's a lot of stuff that I've never seen or heard before. A lot of religion stuff as well, where you, like, for example, hear the prayers almost every day in the radio and stuff like that. My older brother is an auto mechanic. He's the main mechanic for a racer in MotoGP. So he travels across like Europe and goes through like races being a mechanic. Oh yeah, they're supportive now. They weren't before, but they're pretty into it now. Well, I always sort of like strategies. That was my thing. And then Diablo. Then Warcraft was like a big thing for me, and Starcraft as well. And then Dota, obviously. And Dota was the shining light that just catched onto me, and I kept playing it for a long time. And eventually, one of my friends told me that there's like a League of Legends, and it's from the creators of, or one of the creators of Dota that went to create League of Legends, and it's like the new Dota. So I stick with League of Legends because at first it wasn't really fun, but like after a few games it was really good. If I could choose to be equally good at Dota or League, I might have chosen Dota. I think the strangest moments was in London when I played in front of 10,000 people. It was sort of like mesmerizing, and like the whole stage was vibrating. It was unreal for me. It was the first time. It was just like I realized when I saw they all had their phones with flashlights and just waving. You know, it was insane. At that point, I just realized that this is for real. No, I was a third year in my high school, and basically I started getting really good at it. It went from I played online tournaments. I was winning all of them. We were winning all the time. So I started buying like my phone, new laptop, new computer. And then eventually there was like the moment where I created my own team in order to qualify for LCS, and it didn't work. Like, I didn't qualify. We ended up playing versus Copenhagen Bulls in the finals. That they noticed me, and they contacted me after the tournament and said if I would like to join their team. And obviously I just straight up said yes. Geez, that's gonna be a long list. I think it started with Heimdringer Kosheim. It was then Copenhagen Bulls. Then they became Ninjas in Pajamas. Then I think it was Copenhagen Bulls again. Then it was Renegades. Then it was H2K, I think. Then it was Tempo Storm. And then I'm here, Royal Bandits. Yeah, I think that's it. I think it was a passion. The passion I had for the game was just unreal. I used to play 14 hours a day, but then it led to an injury because I played so much. So nowadays I practice 8 hours, 7 hours a day, instead of 14 hours. Not nowadays, not really. Back then I was just watching every game he used to play, but nowadays it's just they became, your idols became your rivals. So it's you prepare for certain players, right? If you play versus Reckless, you'll watch Reckless play. Very up. This is my best champ. It was the champ I aspired to be the best at, and I'm still aspiring to be the best at. It's a champion that no matter how many times you play it, no matter how hard you try to master it, there's always going to be something you can do better, and that's just that's my jam. Well, the one thing I really miss about esports in Turkey, and I think they'll fix it for the next split, from what I've heard, is that live audience is missing in TCL. It's played in rooms without any audience. There are cameras and stuff, but it's more like the live audience is just a different type of being, and then playing on stage in front of them, it gives you a different feeling. But then the quality of referees, the quality of microphones and hardware is really good. I got surprised as well, because when we played in Vietnam, it was horrible. And we had microphone issues for several hours, several days, and they couldn't fix it, so we had to deal with it. And then I got to like realize how cool it is that Turkey is on like the same level. Well, I mean, if they would have a live audience, and the main issue with a live audience is basically filling it every week, then they would already be at like the same level as Europe in Berlin. Well, I think it's obviously very important. Every time I like get a sponsored gear, I love it. I can ask for new gear every time I need it. So, and I'm very like picky with my mouse and keyboard, because after like half a year when I start using it, I use it too much. It starts to be like let's say like my mouse gets oily, for example, it's hard to clean. Then if I can just get a new mouse again from my sponsor, it's Christmas for me. And the daily routine is basically the same the past 5 years. You wake up, you get breakfast, you start playing solo queue to warm up. Then you go into either practical meeting or strategy meeting about what are you gonna play this week, or you'll go straight to scrims and you practice versus different teams. Then you get a break for lunch, then you play again, then dinner, and then you have your own time. So yeah, just basically. Well, overall, if I hear the brand ROG, Republic of Gamers, for like a long term, then I always know it's a quality for that. Like I've worked with ROG before in my past esports careers, and it's always been the best products I could get my hands on. Alright, let's see what's inside my computer that I was given 3 months ago. I've been using ever since. I used to want to flew to Vietnam because I couldn't take my giant computer with me, so I had to take something more mobile. And this just was basically it. It was perfect for me. The CPU is the E7 of 8th generation. The new processor should be approximately 1/4 times faster than the old one, so that's a big improvement. So the RAM is approximately 10% faster than all the other RAMs on the market, so that's again improvement. And there's an option to upgrade the memory as well, up to 32 gigabytes. So if you guys feel like doing rendering on your laptop, then you can go for upgrading the RAM. So the SSD with equipped FireCUDA technology is 128 gigabytes large in this laptop. And the FireCUDA is the first primary storage solution. So the FireCUDA remembers the programs you started, and that way it starts the program 6 times faster than usual. This laptop is equipped with anti-dust technology, which means basically there's not gonna be any dust inside. There are 3 options for the fan speed you can choose from. It's quiet, normal, and then turbo. Turbo is for when you wanna just do extreme gaming on the computer, you have headset and you don't mind the more loud fan speed. Taking this laptop to Vietnam was really great for me, because we only had 3 rooms for all the teams in Vietnam, and we had scheduled hours where we could play and practice. So, and it was like only 4 hours, 5 hours a day, which is not enough. So if I needed to do more work, I could just take my laptop in my room and do it there. I'll definitely take the laptop when I'll go visit my parents in my summer house, because I don't want to bring my like 20-kilo computer with me to my parents and just plug it there and just plug it back then and just take it back home. So I'll definitely use the laptop. For the past 3 years or 4 years, I've seen a lot of shift in the mobile gaming. You can see it on your phones, where like your phones are becoming so powerful that they are more powerful than your old computer. It's the same stuff with the laptops, where these laptops are becoming on par with the tower computers that you get at home, and they're just small and they can do as well as the tower computers. So the GTX 150 Ti is powerful enough for you to play any game you want on the normal mode. If you want to play 4K or 8K, you're a crazy person, then you need a computer for 20K. But if you're a casual gamer and you want to play League of Legends, you want to play Dota 2, then this computer is for you. This laptop is equipped with anti-glare and IPS monitor, so even if the sun is shining on your monitor, you will see pretty clearly. Yeah, so the SSD is equipped with the newest technology M2. It doesn't use a cable to connect to motherboard, it's connected straight to motherboard itself, so it doesn't throw up the speed, and it's much faster than the casual cable SSDs. Yeah, above the SSD you have 1 terabyte of a normal storage, normal hardware, so if you feel like downloading any movies, here you go, you can do it. I'm 24. My the closest future goal for me is to qualify for Worlds with Royal Bandits. That would be a blast. Qualifying for groups as well, and then qualifying for quarters. It's like imagining qualifying for quarters would be just amazing for me. And then I'm 24, so I could see myself play like another 3 or 4 years in the league, and then see it from there. So definitely planning on playing for a lot longer than, you know. If you guys want to be professionals, I'll be the old papa here saying, take care of your posture, sit correctly, exercise. You know, if you want to start playing football, you have to stretch, you have to warm up. It's the same with gaming. If you want to play 8 hours a day, you have to warm up, you have to stretch. So don't be the guy that just doesn't do it. It takes 10 minutes and it's gonna prolong your career if you will get to play professionally, and it's gonna be good for your health. I've been getting a lot more support from the Turkish fans lately. I've been getting MVP votes as well, so I'm really grateful for that. And thank you for watching.